All right, today's Tuesday, May 12th, and I started on these valances and skirts. Took the valances and the skirts down to bare metal with 80 grit on an electric sander. And overall, they're not bad. It's got a little bit of action going on right here. And just a couple little dings and stuff that I'm gonna work out. The skirt, I took the outsides down to bare metal. This is where we did the repair or the extension. Didn't do the back so much, only where we welded it. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to raptor the inside of the skirts and probably the inside of the valances, so I'm not too concerned about getting those super clean. So right now I got my epoxy inducing for about 25 minutes. Just going to hook this up, shoot this real quick, and then tomorrow I'll start on the body work and hopefully get these things painted by the weekend. So I'll bring y'all back once we get some more progress. All right, today's Saturday, May 16th, 2020. I'm getting ready to spray these skirts and these valances. It is about 80 degrees in here and 70% humidity. Rained earlier today, but the sun came out. So right now these things are in 400 grit. This was the skirt that was repaired. Came out pretty good. It's in Tamco primer, 400 grit wet. Did have to do some body work and some hammering on the valances, but they were salvageable, so they came out good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give it 3 coats of the DBC, and then 2 to 3 coats of the JC 6700. I still have some of that left. So just wanted to add to the skirt video here and bring y'all back once these things are in color. All right, so here we are. They're painted and cleared. So I ended up putting about 3.5 coats, I guess you can call it 4 almost, of the DBC. For some reason it was still showing scratches after 2 coats of 400 grit, so I went ahead and put a third coat and then dusted on a kind of a mist coat after that to hide all the scratches. And then this is 3 coats of clear. Worked out really good, mixed up 15 ounces and took about 5 ounces each round. And I had about a drop left in the cup, so I'm pretty thrilled about that. Didn't waste much. So the next step on this is I'm gonna raptor line the insides of these, mainly because the skirts, they're not too good looking on the backside. They don't match. They won't match at all, really. So I just sprayed some primer on there. I got some raptor on the way, so it's going to be tinted raptor on the inside of the skirts and inside of the valances, which the valances you really don't even see. So I'm just going to wait for this stuff to cure for about a week, or until the raptor gets here, and then I'll be adding to this little video here of raptoring the inside of the skirt, and then it'll be ready to go on. So if you guys enjoyed, I sprayed the clear at 35 psi is what I've been doing lately, and I've been getting a lot better results. So 35 psi, about 2.5 turns on the fluid, and this is 3 coats of the JC 6700, which it's pretty good stuff. I mean, did get a little bit of a trash. Camera probably won't pick it up, but as far as bugs, there's no bugs. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll be adding when I do the raptor. All right, today is Friday, May 22nd, 2020. I'm getting ready to put on this bumper. I just wanted to do a little documentation of the brackets we made. So here's an example of a factory one-piece bumper bracket. You can see it has the tabs. Like I say, this is factory. I got these off of eBay, pretty cheap. Had them powder coated. Now the factory 61 brackets would be minus this, and then you have your 3-piece bumper that bolts to this. The bumpers itself bolt to that. So for a 1-piece, we just had to add an extension with some flat bar and drilled a couple holes, and now it's basically going to replicate this. Now I'm working on maybe getting some of these made, some bolt-in inserts. Should have some of those here ready in a couple weeks. But so we got the brackets back from powder coat. I got the bumper over here. I did get a new license plate panel, a new license plate light, and the bumperettes, or whatever you want to call them, they came with the car already re-chromed. So all that's left is to just bolt this thing on, do a little bit of adjustment, and put the valances on. But it was relatively easy to make this bracket. Just need a flat bar, some drill bits, welder. We molded it, tiger disc. Wasn't really hard. Anybody with some basic fabrication skills can do it. So obviously these two holes right here won't be used. It's like as if they're not there. You're just going to bolt the bumper bolts to these. Just contour right here. So I plastic coated the inside of this bumper a couple months ago so it won't rust. And I got the whole thing taped up, so hopefully in a couple minutes here we're gonna bolt it on, untape it, and see what we got. We'll bring you back. All right, today is Tuesday, May 26, 2020, and I'm about to Raptor liner the inside of these skirts and the rear valance. So the back bumper's on, in place, lined up. Valances are ready to go on. Skirts are painted. Been waiting on this Raptor. UPS stood me up on Friday. Supposed to be here Friday and said it showed up Tuesday. So I think a liter or whatever this comes as. You guys seen the videos I've done with this Raptor stuff. I think that's way too much for this piece right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour half of it out in a cup and then clean out the jug and pour it back in the cup to try and get away with preserving half. We'll see how that works out. I think it was 45 bucks shipped on eBay. So I'd like to be able to have enough left over to do the front valances when the time has come, because that's really the only thing left. So anyways, I got them all masked completely, front size mask. So we're just gonna shoot this thing one quick coat, just so it's uniform looking under the car. I mean, the skirt, this is where we did the repair. Just smeared a little filler on there just to cover it up, and then we're gonna just throw the Raptor on there and call it a day. So bring you guys back once this thing is covered. All right, so here's the finished product. The Raptor dried really quick. It's about 90 degrees over here, and it was dry to the touch in less than 20 minutes. So I went ahead and untaped everything because I don't want that tape sitting on the clear for too long. I was able to split the Raptor up in 12 ounces and pour it back in the bottle, clean the bottle out, pour it back in. So I have 12 ounces to do the front valances. And actually for this job it took more like 8 ounces, so I still ended up wasting a little bit. But that's the finished product. So the skirts repaired and Raptors inside, valances repaired and Raptored inside. So I'm gonna let these things sit overnight because they're still gassing out. You can still smell it. Then I'll put the weather strip on and get these parts mounted tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll bring y'all back tomorrow once everything is on the car and done. All right, today's Wednesday, May 27, 2020, and I wanted to wrap up the videos for the skirts on this car. Today I put the weather strip on, and I cut and buffed them a little bit, just for the nibs that came out. I used 1500, 2003, and I used a little pneumatic polisher that I got from Harbor Freight. Works really good. Pretty good tool to have. So anyways, we got the skirt on both sides. That's the finished product. Plenty of clearance with the stock wheels. With any other wheels, I doubt it. We got the valances on, painted. Didn't cut and buff those because obviously you don't see a whole lot of them. So this is a one-piece bumper. It's been re-chromed. I got the new bumper bolts for it. I made the brackets for it in a previous video. Little bumperettes where the license plate panel goes. Those came with the car. Got a new license plate panel. Valances are on. So that wraps up the back end of the car. For anybody wondering, the bumper goes first and then the valances. I figured that out. So this is the skirt that we fit. Overall came out pretty good. So I think next on this car is going to be, I'm going to finish up the wiring. I don't know if I did a video, but I started on the wiring this past weekend. So I got the bulkhead on and I got the under dash wiring going. So I'm gonna do that because it don't cost no money. The interior's in, so I'm gonna mess with that a little bit, at least the door panels and stuff. But I'm gonna start focusing my attention on the 64. I got the rear end narrowed about 2 weeks ago or so. So we got 13s on it, and the rim's clear. I haven't test drove it, but there's clearance. We bled the brakes last weekend, so I need to put it on the road and make sure there's no noises or anything like that. My good friend Alberto at Fine Line Hydraulics, he did the job for me on the rear end. So what I'm gonna start doing now is looking for a setup for this car, because I'm gonna put some hydraulics on it, do a little A-arm work, and I'll be videoing some steps on that. But that's all for now. So the 61 back half is done. The scallops should be in. They've been at the chromers for about 3 weeks, so they should be about done. Pop them on, and the back half of the car is done. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video here. A little video series of the skirt. So these things, just to recap, they were taken down to bare metal. The repop skirts. This one was made to fit. They were taken down to bare metal. The valances were taken down to bare metal. They were SPI epoxy, little body work, and then the DBC ceramic gray, which is the color of the car, and 3 coats of clear. They sat for about a week. Then I raptored the inside of them yesterday, and then I put them on today. So actually that's a lot of hours. That's about, I don't know, at least 30 hours of work spread out over the course of 2 weeks. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the update here. Bring y'all back once I get some wiring done. Thanks for watching.